I do like the way. I'm never gonna leave. Okay, I'm never gonna leave those parts in. It's just a good way to get my tongue moving, to get the speech rolling.
Yeah, you getting your I appreciate you getting your tongue moving before we start.
Oh, how about I bring in? Oh, never mind. I'll find a spot to slide it in. Okay.
Ah, there's the intro.
Yes, yes,
Don't
yes.
put in the there's the intro. I just want to hear find a good spot to slide it in.
It works well for the show.
Hayden, how's your wiener?
Wiener was never in any issues.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I was just asking about it.
Oh, just in general.
Checking in.
Just in general.
Just doing the you're 40
It has
now.
nothing.
I wanna
It has
check
nothing
in.
to do with your recovery. He just wants to know how your
He just
wiener.
wants
Yeah,
to
yeah.
know.
This has nothing to do with your surgery. I'm just curious.
Still works.
Nice.
Still says good morning. All the good stuff.
I love it. Just a sturdy good morning.
He goes, "G'day, Hayden." Does he do the Australian?
G'day, Hayden.
Yeah.
"G'day, Hayden."
What's the name? What's its name?
Oh well. What's the obvious name? Woody. Swallow your drink.
Good cover.
Ah, damn.
Oh man.
Never actually named it.
Actually, I want to ask you guys, how do you guys take any like vitamins or supplements or anything like that now? I take so much now. I have so much to take now, and I get so lazy with them because a lot of them you have to take like you have to take like morning and night, or sometimes even 3 times a day, and I only do it in the mornings.
Is this now you say you need to take? Is this something you're wanting to because it's making you feel better? Or is this like doctor prescribed, like, hey, you have high cholesterol, your
Good question.
blood sugar's low? I don't know.
Great
what else?
question. No, these are not doctor prescribed or suggestions. These are things like creatine or lion's mane or ginseng, this kind of stuff that's supposed to get rid of brain fog and stuff like that. And I think the only thing that has helped me for sure is Siberian ginseng, which when I take it, I do wake up earlier and with more energy. So I'm a big advocate of that one. But everything else, I don't even know if it works. But we'll see.
Creatine's a big thing right now. I know a lot of people that do creatine and are talking about creatine. I always got creatine mixed up with that C4 shit. So when people were talking about doing creatine, I was like, what? Like, why? Because C4 is like a pre-workout thing.
Yeah.
And I've tried it before hockey, and I was like, phew, good luck falling asleep that night. I didn't.
Is it just kind of like a caffeine hit kind of thing?
I don't know, man. Like it kept me awake, that's for sure. So it's got to be caffeinated, or it's doing something to your heart to keep it pumping. But anyway, so when all of a sudden creatine, because creatine's been around for a while, and I've known that they usually put in protein shakes for workouts and stuff like that, so you see it. But it's just recently that I've like really noticed people talking about it and doing it. And peptides is the latest thing, but only certain ones are legal in Canada.
I've been taking
Apparently
Pepsid.
those are like the shit.
Yeah.
Hayden just nods. He's like, yeah. But no, to answer your question, no, I don't. I don't feel I need it. I mean, maybe if I took it, I would notice a difference. But I don't feel like I need something to help me stay focused.
That's good.
Or give me energy. I'm happy about that. But that day may come. I feel great, actually. I've started doing physio on my knee finally. So I've been doing physio for my knee, and it's been so good for me. And yeah.
Nice.
I did have to get glasses, though. So does that count as something?
Do you have to get glasses? Are you nearsighted?
Well, I got reading glasses because at work there's just sometimes some things that are small So I need them for like 5% of life, daily life.
So you
If
only
that.
use it sometimes, right? You don't.
Well,
like,
no. So, but that's the thing. I was like, fuck, I don't want to just be putting glasses on, taking them off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
because
so-
I'm
so-
imagining you with like the glasses around your neck.
Yeah, totally. Around my neck, just one of them. No, so I got them and I asked my optometrist if that's what they're called, and I explained that to her. So I have them at work. I get to work, I put them on, I keep them on all day at work. As soon as I leave work, I take them off and leave them at work and don't put them on. And since I've got them, because I have readers at home, in the last maybe 2 months I've had glasses free. I've pulled them out twice at home. And you know what I noticed actually, that I needed them, is I went to look at pill bottles, and they have the dosages on the back, and I used to be able to read that shit perfectly. And I remember with kids, I pulled them out, I looked at the back, I was like, oh, kind of rubbed my eyes, thought they were just a little bit blurry, not awake yet. Holy fuck, nope, they like, that's my vision now. So, anyways.
I had that happen to me, and it wasn't because I couldn't read it, because I have corrective lenses that I wear all the time. But I was looking on the deodorant cans to see if it was antiperspirant or not, and they always hide it in like teeny tiny writing amongst all of the graphics on it. So I was telling Alex that story. I'm like, I had the can, I was trying to find if it was deodorant or if it was antiperspirant, and I couldn't find it. And she's like, you know what that it's called? And I'm like, what's that? She's like, that's called old age, you old man. And I was like, oh no. And it's like, and I got so like,
where did they put the damn label?
I just want my antiperspirant deodorant.
Antiperspirant there. Damn it! Just put it on the front.
And all the cans are in a different
Are you
spot as well.
banking- Are they banking on people accidentally buying the wrong thing? It doesn't make sense because it's the same brands. It's like, just make it obvious, because there's people that like antiperspirant and there's people that like deodorant. So just put it there. The name, the logo, and deodorant or antiperspirant. I'm with you, man. What kind of guy are you? Are you antiperspirant or are you deodorant?
I'm an antiperspirant. Just because my
Fuck, I asked the question. I knew you were going to say that. Gross. Shao?
my job, I like they have, some of them have, I have to find a really nice smell. And then I don't want to sweat profusely because my job is very labor intensive. So
That could be actually why maybe I'm more of a deodorant guy, is because I'm not a big sweater. Even doing physical stuff. Like, so I prefer the deodorant. But it's got to be a specific type. I can't do like Old Spice or any of that shit. It gives me, like, I'll get rashes. It's like Speed Stick deodorant, I'm good.
I was just going to say,
Outside of that, I
roll
get
on
it.
or sprays.
Sprays, gross, dude. This isn't like the early 2000s. We're not talking Axe here. It's
What is the big
no.
cloud
Never
of
an Axe.
smoke?
No, not even like just the stick. It's not
stick.
gel. It's not spray. It's not. It looks like antiperspirant instead of.
Yeah, it's just a
being-
little ball that rolls on.
Nope.
No, not the rolly ball, not the roll.
All right, I'll bring one out. I'll show you.
See, I can't do that stuff because I'm like, it just doesn't do well with the underarm hair. It's got to be a spray for me.
No, it's not a ball.
No, I just meant like roll-ons in general, or like speed sticks in general. I can't do them. I'm just a spray guy.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
They don't have. They only have the ball thing and the spray thing. And I remember in Hong Kong, I was looking for the stick. You know what I mean? Which is what I grew up with. But then they didn't have any of that in Hong Kong, which I had to bring back from. I wonder why. But yeah, then there's the kind of white pasty kind. You know what I mean?
That's the kind I know.
Yeah.
More
And
than-
then there's
I know
also the Old Spice, like you were saying, like the blue kind of like, not slippery, but gel-like sort of stick as well, which I have moved on from. But what I've been struggling lately is I don't know what's happening with my gut health right now, but it's been bad. I've been dealing with a lot of bloatiness. I've never ever had heartburn or any sort of like that kind of stuff. I never had to take Gas X in my life, but in the last 2 weeks, I've been loading up on Pepsid and Gaviscon, and I really,
try
really, really
low-
hope it's not some sort of like reaction to gluten or something. Because if I have to eat gluten free, I might
Gluten
spiral.
free, dairy free.
Try
It's
a
called
low
getting older.
FODMAPs diet. Low FODMAPs. Do you do a lot of garlic and onion and shit like that?
I wouldn't say a lot.
But do
I
you
wouldn't say
have
a
it?
lot. I do have it.
Yeah. It's more expensive, but so FODMAPs is like a big thing when it comes to like how your gut is and reacts
Right.
to food. So if things or foods have high FODMAPs, they'll affect you more. So that's what we'll use here is because I love garlic and onion,
Yeah.
but man, fuck, like it messes with me. So
Yeah, yeah.
we'll do this low FODMAP stuff, or just look it up. I'm not gonna continue on here, but I'll message you if you want later,
Yeah.
and just try that and see if it helps.
Yeah, I need to try stuff.
And not it's not even just garlic and onion. You know what I mean? Like there's more things that are high in FODMAP. So if you adjust your diet,
Yeah.
great, because then you can still eat gluten. You know.
Yeah.
God, yeah. You
I
don't want to
know.
go free.
I know there are certain vegetables that are really triggering. Two of them, one being eggplant and broccoli, and I think cauliflower too. Like that family. It's the bloating is. Is it bad that actually no, I don't know if I should say this.
Say it.
I look like one of those. No, I can't.
Do it. Oh, you're committed. You're committed. Hayden, we'll cut this out. Wink, wink. So yeah, if it's
I look like one of those. Oh, that's
You
such
know-
good
you know-
comedic timing.
I'm like scrawny, but I have a huge belly. I mean, I could have probably picked something else to compare it to, but
How
I
old
know
are you now,
can-
Shao?
No, that's very.
you know, I'm 38.
It could just also
young.
be getting older.
But like, isn't it weird? Would it be weird to develop a gluten intolerance at this age? I thought that happens earlier.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? As I've gotten older, I wouldn't put just random dumb shit happening to you past you. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it could be.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, it's just I don't know. Things are happening in my body and in strange and unfamiliar places. You know what? Speaking of that,
Hey, wait a minute.
wait a minute. Strange
Yeah,
and
what?
unfamiliar places.
Like,
I think that's the title of the first episode of the
Of what?
Of the Netflix show
Oh my
Hunting
God.
Wives, which funny enough
So good.
we are discussing this week and next episode. So, ladies and gentlemen,
I wish I would push out. I feel like I failed you. You teed it up great. I did not know the title of the first episode. I was trying to roll
and why
with
would you? And why
What-
would you?
Well, you know what? If we were doing the quizzes like back in the Star Wars days,
Yeah.
I would definitely have. I'd be checking my notes.
Yeah.
Okay,
What was the episode title?
Take two pages of notes. Remember that? Oh, that was
I remember when we would have like notebooks to like
Yeah.
go back and forth and stuff like that. But
But yeah, we are starting. That's right. The Hunting Wives we started. As you know, we did Hooligan last week. I think we were going to
Brilliant
do
show.
the Hunting Wives. We may have even mentioned it. But the first 4 episodes, it's an 8-episode series. So we thought we're going to split it in half, do the first 4 this week, the next 4 next week. And I got to tell you, 4 is a good number to pick because exactly where you would want it to end off in a show to take a break and talk about it is how it ended after episode 4. Now, Hunting Wives, before we get to all that, it's like to me, it's a real who done it. It's about this woman who moves to this new town. She meets this group of wives. They're all sort of wealthy, elite. They're married to powerful men, and they get together. And this new woman starts to get involved in this group, and we start to learn as the series goes on more and more about who these women are. And boy, does it get a little bit crazy at times. And at the end of the day, though, it is a murder mystery. And so there's a murder that happens, and there is a build-up before the murder that kind of leaves you really wondering what could have happened. People get together, they do some drugs, everybody disappears, somebody ends up dead. Now we find out early in the season that there has been a murder. And so through the first 4, they kind of build up to leading up to that murder. And of course, the past of this woman who's moved to this town, this new woman, this joining the group, we start to find out more about her. She's kind of the main character, and more about God, I forget her name, the one who just loves to get naked and have sex with teenagers.
Margot.
Margot, thank you. The other, I'd say, lead in this, and man, it's wild. I don't know what to say. I really enjoyed it. Kate was upset because she wanted to just keep going because she was really enjoying it. How did you guys feel about it?
Hayden, would you like to go first?
Just initially, what was your first impression of? Did you get through it all? Did it have you grabbed? Did you watch the first one and were like, okay, well, I got 5 days to watch the next ones, or was it like you were in?
I watched it all in a quick succession, and Alex was the same. She wanted to keep watching it. I was like, oh, we have to wait till after Wednesday to watch the rest half of it. I'm gonna say this now, and then I'm gonna move on really quickly. I'm a little bit surprised that you're so into this one, Justin, because it is almost the exact same formula as Off Campus. Exactly the same. It's even based on a book as well. Moving on.
It is based on a book. Yeah.
I
it is
didn't.
not the same. No, yeah, I see why you got to move on quick. No, but continue.
Yes, exactly. I can keep going. Yeah, exactly the same formula. I think Off Campus even did it better. Anyway,
there's no murder in Off Campus. What do you?
No, I said formula. I said formula, not story. Formula. And I feel
we can get into that.
Yeah, it'll make for good. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. I just thought it was interesting that you loved this one so much, and Off Campus you were so against. Anyway, we've already had that discussion, but
Maybe
this
it's the dead bodies.
Yeah, I didn't feel like they did the. I didn't see it at all how you described it. Yes, you can. That's the way that the things are rolling out. But I feel like the character development is not there. It's too quick. Like they just pushed, especially with what's her nuts, Sophie, the lead, the woman from Boston. She is got this backstory and this history, and then they don't. It's like it doesn't exist. She's like, I don't drive, I don't drink, and then boom, straight away, 2 seconds later in the same scene, I'll drink and I'll drive. I don't do like it. It was pushed along for the sake of moving the plot along, which I understand for the limitations. If it is based on a book, they need to move the story along quicker. But I just thought why even mention it? And then anyway, and then Margot's character, I think, is actually more. She's had the most fleshed out character because we've seen that she's come from the trailer, a trashy background, and we see her brother. And then he's paid off. She's moved her way up into society, but there's people that follow her around. Like we see more of her life before the Rich Wives Club sort of thing. But I didn't feel like it was leading up to. You see the murder episode 1, and then they don't really talk about it until when it happens again in episode 4. And I was like, this is just an interesting way of cutting the story around, and they kind of jumped around.
Back?
They
Didn't
did.
They go like there's a murder, and then they went back, and then they showed the lead up to the murder.
Yeah, they're like, here's a murder 3 weeks later, and then they show the other one where the cop gets shot, and then they go 6 months later or whatever. So the time, it was just kind of, it wasn't, in my viewing, that part of the story. I was like, why did they do it like this? This is kind of a little bit harder to follow where the story is if it's focusing more on Sophie's character moving into the town. But otherwise, like, I sound like I'm shitting on it. I did enjoy it. And it's very captivating, and the characters are interesting. There were just parts of it that I thought were rushed and muddled, which I thought was interesting. Not bad, just like interesting why they made those choices. But some of them were predictable. Like with the gun instance, I was like, as soon as they said that in episode 2 or 3 or whatever, I was like, that's the same caliber gun. Oh, it's missing. Someone took it from. But I feel like, okay, before Xiao, or actually I'll have Xiao, you can give us your thoughts, and then I want to have a quick mid-episode, not giving you permission, Xiao, just I want to hear your thoughts. Xiao, question. I want a mid-episode bold prediction of who we think done it.
Right.
Well, we have to, because this again, where it left off is exactly
it's the biggest
the moment where you
I think it's obvious.
Question.
I think it's obvious.
Yes, we'll get to that. We'll get to it. I also want to say some things on like what you mentioned.
I'll make my point kind of quick. I really do agree with Hayden with the. I don't even know if I think it's a pet peeve of mine where they do that at the beginning of shows and movies where they show the lead up to a crime or whatever, and then they do 3 weeks later. For this show in particular, I was wondering why did they do that? Would that change anything if they took that out? You know what I mean? Like, do they do that to kind of reel people in right off the bat? Because I guess it kind of worked on me, because I'm like, okay, here we go. There's a murder, and then right when it said, like, I think was it 3 weeks earlier or something like that. Then the story actually, you can say it starts like, but with this kind of show, it took me I think 2 episodes to be more invested, because this type of environment with the pretty hardcore like Republican kind of lifestyle, that kind of thing, is not really my cup of tea. Even though I know it's just a show, but it's just that realm that they live in, the world that they live in, is just not something I can really connect with or that I like watching. But at the end of the day, if you take that away, it's still a really captivating whodunit sort of thing, right? But I think there are some really good actors in this. The cast is, I think, for the most part, really well cast. I can't really think of any weak links. The person you're supposed to not like, me, when I mean that, I mean Nina, the jealous girl with the, I think she does a really good job, because every time she's on screen, I'm like, oh god, like,
Oh, the redhead.
her again. Yeah, the redhead.
The one who
wants to
sabotage.
sabotage. The saboteur.
Yeah.
The saboteur.
She's like, Margot can't have anyone else but me.
So that scene when
She's badass.
she got called out, I thought that was a pretty sick scene.
Oh,
It's like, oh, so let's play. What's that game that they played? Never Have I Ever.
Yeah.
Never have I ever murdered someone or killed someone or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it just backfires on her. I love that part.
On that, did anyone notice that she also takes a drink at the end of that whole thing?
She did. Yeah, she did.
So I'm like, oh, is that she just took a drink, or is that she's also killed someone?
Yeah, mind you, it was after the fact, but yeah, I did notice that. Sorry, Justin, go ahead.
Oh no, I love that she's the one that went and killed the
boar.
Like, I really like that they built her up.
But like Hayden said, I think there's certain for Sophie being the main character, her character development is a little bit messy. But who knows? Maybe there's going to be more about. I hope so. More about her past and stuff like that in the next 4 episodes. But that's kind of, and I think at the very beginning, I right off the bat, I kind of thought her husband, because he doesn't look like a good guy in my mind. I thought, like, oh, whatever it is, he did it.
Yeah, we don't know much about her, that's for sure. And I'm wondering if we're being tricked into, because for how fast she's progressed down this path, like you say, Hayden, how, because she's like, I don't drink, I don't drive. And that's where we first learn about the story about why she doesn't. She drove drunk, killed somebody. Oh, spoiler alerts, people. Drove drunk, killed somebody, and hired a fancy lawyer and got away with it. And so she's carrying this, but she's left town. That's why she's gone to this new place. And she gets to start over. But she confides in Margot to sing. But then, of course, Margot is Margot, and she's this very charming woman who, when you're around, she just is full of life and sucks people in, and she's really kind to people, and she treats people good, and she's honest, which can come off as harsh sometimes. But anyway, so yes, we don't know much, and then all of a sudden she turns and she starts going down this path, and ultimately ends up in the night of them all getting wasted, and they don't remember, and lots of spoilers here, people. I liked how, and Chow, like you said, or Hayden, you could see it coming, you could see it coming. For me, I agree with you. And especially in episode 4, when you know she found the gun, and you're like, oh my God, the cops are going to show up. The cops show up there. You know they're going for her. I knew it was going to happen. And this kind of plays into what you said, Chow, like, is there a reason for showing the dead body? Maybe you don't like the way they do that. But when you tell a story, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can do it where the characters have a secret, and the audience doesn't know, and the audience finds out when the characters do. Or you can have it where the audience already knows, and it's just a way of telling a story. So we're watching this. Yes, they start out with that, and we're watching it, and we know already what's happened. And so yes, Hayden, like, things you can predict because we know the outcome. If we didn't know somebody was going to die yet, we wouldn't be thinking a certain way. So we are trying to solve the crime. The crime hasn't even happened yet through the first 4 episodes, and we're already trying to solve it. So we're studying people, and so I liked that part of it, because for me, if a show becomes too predictable, some shows I can forgive if I really like the show and the writing's really good, and even if I can maybe predict it, I'm okay with it. But this, it's like they're asking you to kind of try and predict it. You know what I mean? It's like a part of the storytelling, and that's kind of how I took it. So it didn't really bother me, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, let's friggin', like, the cat's out of the bag. Cops show up, they arrest her. What had happened is her gun that she got was convinced to buy by Margot the night where they had some young teenagers over. Things got freaky. They did some drugs. Nobody really remembers. They all kind of woke up in random places, and her gun was missing. And it turns out that was the gun that was used to kill Abigail, is her name?
Abby, yeah.
Abby, the girlfriend of the guy who announced he's running for governor, and Margot's husband's. Oh, no, sorry, the pastor and his wife's son.
Yeah.
And
Brad
he's
or
sleeping with the wife. Anyways.
I just want to say really quickly, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that she woke up on a dock. I'm like, there's no way you would pass out on a dock and not, like, fall into the water after being high and drunk all night. I do like, so, okay, I watched this kind of show, right? And this is where I feel like a lot of disbelief has to be applied. Because does anyone know exactly what Margot's husband does? What is his job? Is he a rancher?
I think he's some sort of politician. He's running for governor.
But it doesn't mean he's already a politician. Like, I don't know what... So we've got all of these housewives that have rich husbands. And we don't know I don't know what any of their jobs are except for the pastor. He's the only wife.
Well, there's the sheriff.
Well, there's a sheriff as well.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Who
there's the
is
sheriff,
clearly gay.
pastor, the sheriff.
Who's clearly gay, you said?
Yeah, sheriff
Oh,
clearly...
hot take. Really?
Sheriff clearly gay. Clearly gay.
Really? Wow.
Wait, hold on.
Really?
Hold on.
I'm
Can you
interested to
expand,
find out.
like, why?
I feel like this is a bigger take.
I'm not
than
shooting
your
it down. I
prediction.
just want to know
Okay.
why you
So
think he's gay.
Alex and I had the same thought. So Okay, so all of these housewives, we're assuming, because we've only really seen there's two of them that we haven't seen anything other than their meetups. But we've seen the reverend's wife, or the pastor's wife, sorry, not the reverend, because the reverend. Wait, who's the top one? The pastor? And the younger fella is the reverend? Or is it the other way around? Other way around.
The pastor is the guy with the toque. That.
Yeah, so the reverend is
he's the youth pastor.
Youth pastor, yeah.
The youth pastor.
Yeah.
And he's also
And
got
the
a
pastor.
background that we don't know about, but obviously the reverend's like, he's an
Yes,
angry
we haven't
angry
talked
man
about
of
the youth pastor.
an angry man of God. Anyway, so we know that relationship. You know Margot and the future governor's relationship, and we have Redhead and the sheriff, and obviously Sophie and her husband. But we don't know what he does either. Like, he moved there to work for the.
Are we sure we don't know, or we just don't remember?
That's what I'm
sure
saying.
they've
I don't.
talked about it. Yeah.
If
I think
anything, it was
it's not this. It's not so much about them. They're not really a big part of the show.
But I think they will be, because
Possibly, yeah.
obviously, governor wants Sophie to help him run for governor, because that's what she used to do. She used to be a political PR woman. But I don't know what his job is. So I'm like, how do these people have wealth? This just bugs me in general. It's like, how do these people have wealth and I don't know what they do? Like, this is a mini gripe that I have with all of these like TV shows. And I know it's fiction and it's drama and it's you don't supposed to care, but I'm like,
This is such a weird hang up.
I know. It is a weird one.
Strange.
Like, I'll
'Cause
watch like,
only because when you say that, I think of all these shows that I've watched in the past growing up, and you never know. Like, if you were to ask me, like, what does Uncle Phil do on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? I couldn't tell you.
he's a lawyer.
He's a lawyer.
Okay, there you go. Okay. But
I get it. There are things like that. Like,
it's yeah.
I always watch shows like sitcoms and stuff, and I'm like, how do they afford these houses? What are their jobs? Like, what do they do? I don't connect with this character because he lives in a fancy big ass apartment in New York City or something. I'm like, how? So I watch this and I'm like, where are they getting their money from? How do they have so much wealth that I don't have? But it's neither here. I get past it quickly, but it's just, I instantly go, what does he do? Why does he have money? Why did Margot marry him? Like, I get it. They're all rich housewives. That's why they make a point of it to say to like, Abby's mum is the poor. She's the poor woman in town, you know, like, don't be friends with her because, oh, my son's too good to be dating your daughter because she has no money. They make a good point of that. They try to like mask it with, you know, Catholic guilt or whatever. Don't date her, you know, no. Anyway, I lost track of my point because I was on a tangent.
yeah.
On a tangent.
God damn we now the world knows how much. Listen, if you're writing something, fucking let
Just
us know.
give me one
How
line.
they have money.
Just give me one
I'm sure
line.
There's one line. I'm sure there's one line.
And he's like, oh,
There's
I sold
definitely a line in this.
some
Okay,
cattle.
let's rewind a little bit. You and Alex both think the sheriff.
Oh, yeah.
is gay.
Oh yeah.
Gay sheriff. Gay sheriff.
Because
Yeah, it's like been waiting 10 minutes for this.
He's like, hang on.
where's the evidence? I'm not doubting you. I just want to.
Okay.
I just want to.
So they make a point for some of these ladies to tell their guidelines for cheating, essentially. Right? So Margot and her husband have rules where she can't, like, they don't sleep with any other men. That's her rule, which means that she can sleep with any woman she wants, he can sleep with any other woman she wants, and she can sleep with anyone who's a
Boys.
teenager, any boys.
Teenagers.
And then the same thing is with what's her nuts? What did you say her name was?
Which one are you
Callie.
thinking about?
Callie, redhead. Sheriff's daughter? Sheriff's wife. Gun-toting Callie.
Callie, yeah.
She and Margot obviously have a relationship. And she says something. She literally says something about her husband wouldn't care. Because he's doing his own thing. And I'm pretty... it was something in the dialogue, and I wish I had written it down because it was like 100% we both clicked in on it. She sleeps with women, he sleeps with men. And they even have that scene where she shows up at the sheriff's office and there's the younger cop like over the table with him, and then when she busts in, he suddenly like gets all like and leaves. He's also, not that this is anything to do with sexuality, but he's getting the testosterone shots in his ass for something.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
So
Oh yes.
not that that's there's no correlation between the two things
be.
there.
Could be.
It might not be
I didn't pick up on
testosterone. It might be, you know, leap here, but it might be like HIV drugs or something, you know. Not that this story
Would
goes
that
that
be
deep.
related to your other theory?
Yes. I know you can get it. I know you can get it from same-sex relations and all of that stuff. Just why I said it was a big leap. It's not like we just had a feeling like some of the key scenes, his character's not been in it very much, but I have a
You
feeling
might not be
that
wrong. It's I never thought of it. That's very interesting. That, you know, picked up some cues.
You're too focused on the titties on show.
There's a lot of nudity. Okay, let's get to the good stuff. Let's
The
get to the
nudity.
good stuff, boys. Yeah.
Which is
No, or Shao, did you have anything else you want to say, or are you okay if I move along?
No, move along. I did earlier mix up names, and I called redhead Nina, but Nina is the friend and not Nina is the friend of Abby, I think. Anyways,
oh yeah.
yeah, go on, Justin.
Okay, so the meat and the taters. Who the fuck did it? Right? The show starts off. We see somebody gets killed. We go back in the past. We see Sophie, this woman, move to this town. Okay, we know there's been a murder. We start getting introduced to characters. We go back again. We see another, well, what we think murder, but cop getting shot. And it's... Wait a minute. No, hold on. I was thinking, oh my god, cut this, cut that.
No, it's all
I
staying
think
in.
I just started watching a show with Kate since we stopped that, and I think I was about to reference something that happened in that show. Did we see another cop get killed in the woods?
We think, but then she comes back. It's the detective that she got shot in the head.
The cane?
It is,
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
that's what I thought. But for a second there, I tripped out. I thought maybe that's the other show. Okay, so then we go back in the past again, and we see that another cop's got shot. So this isn't the first time that something is happening in this community, right? So now we're even wondering more. So when it ends at episode 4, Sophie's 380 is missing. They find that it's tied to a robbery that happened, or that's where it gets found, in a robbery in a bust in another town, and they find out that that's the gun that killed Abby. We don't know if she did it. Did somebody else do it and frame her? We don't know. What do you guys think?
Let's
Do you
look
think
at
she did it? Do you think she was framed? Because I have a theory. It's tough. For me, I was like, oh, it's really difficult because I don't know if they're going to go a traditional way, if they're going to try and go like a Paradise season 1 way, where it's like it's a character that you've seen, but you don't really know. Like they didn't make a concerted effort to let you know about this character.
So Hayden says it's
But I
really
have a theory.
obvious. I don't know if it's for me. I don't think it's super obvious. I do have my suspect list. What we do know is that people that were at the cabin, right, when they were snorting Xanax and all that stuff, there were 4 people, to my knowledge. There was Sophie, Margot, Jamie, which is the black basketball player, and Brad, which is also in the basketball team. And so they were the 4. They did Xanax, drugs, whatever, and they kind of don't know what's happening. Based on how Brad is reacting, I feel like he's not the suspect, but who knows? There are a lot of other people who are in the story that could play a part for me. Um, but obviously Callie has her motives, right? Wants to maybe take her down, take Sophie down. Um, there's also the brother, I think that could be a possibility, like Margot's brother who's broke and whatever. Um, we don't really know what's happening with the eye patch man, but why would he get involved in this? We don't know yet. Um, but it could also be Margot because uh, maybe things are a mess and she doesn't want things to like I guess she still wants to protect her husband maybe with a campaign and everything that who knows. But for me, I think, oh boy, I would be okay. I'll tell you, I would be really upset if they just suddenly made it one of the two random housewives that wasn't really,
That we haven't
you know what I
seen
mean?
yet.
We haven't really seen yet. I would be pretty annoyed if it was them too. Um, Obviously, there's also the motive with Jill, who's the mother of Brad, who doesn't like Abby. Um, but I don't think it's her either. Uh, so I'm gonna go out a limb. I don't know how this is gonna happen. I don't know why this would happen, but my first instincts from the very first episode, like I said, was I thought this is so wrong. I thought her husband looks like a guilty motherfucker. It
Sophie's
doesn't make
husband.
sense that why he would do it, but I'm just gonna throw a
No.
curveball. Somehow he's involved in it. I'm just gonna. That's what I.
That is a hot take.
That's a hot take.
For me, there's only
Reflecting on-
really there's only three people that have motive for me.
Okay.
And so Jill, obviously Brad's mom, right before the murder happens, there's a phone call between the two, and she gets in her vehicle and she goes storming off to the party to find her. Right? So that's the obvious
Because she
motive.
asked like, "Are you at the lake or something?" Right? Then she
Yeah.
asked something along the lines. Anyways.
Yeah,
sorry,
because
go
she's
on.
looking for Brad, and she's like, I was gonna ask you the same thing. Anyways, so it's um there's that. Very obvious. So highly unlikely.
Yes.
And then there's Callie. Like you say, Xiao, she thinks she's gonna call out Callie thinks she's gonna call out Sophie at the Never Have I Ever, says never ever killed somebody. Sophie just rolls with it. She gets it off her chest. She admits to what she did in front of everybody and just completely opens up. And that group of wives turns on Callie and she's soul crushed. And Xiao, I don't know if you enjoyed that more than seeing a child die in a film. It's that they're pretty close to being equal.
It's on par.
It's on par.
Women taking other women
So
down.
taking the gun and framing her for murder, that's revenge. I mean, poor Abby. Like, what does she have to do with all of it? You know what I mean? But there's motive for her against Sophie, and I guess somebody would have to die. So there's that. For me, there's also the motive of the youth pastor, because we see he is kind of really likes her. He even tries to get her alcohol. He's clearly there's an obsession there, and he even has a call with the main pastor about sort of how his behavior's been lately. And so there is that motive of passion, of maybe he went to find her, because we see, doesn't Jill drive past him? Maybe he followed Jill to the area. Maybe he tried to confront her, but how would he get the gun? Right? So then there's that. So those are the three to me that have motive, but they all have their hang-ups. How would the pastor get the gun? Why would Callie kill Abigail if it's just to get revenge against Sophie? I mean, it could. It's savage, so good on her. Or Jill, who is going, but how would she get the gun?
I think one of the biggest questions for me before Hayden goes is why was the gun found in another town? Like who, right? Like
Yeah.
after the
Maybe somebody who
killing-
doesn't know, they try and sell it or just throw it somewhere. Like, obviously they're not really bright. Or is it a random, you mean?
maybe that clue is the only reason why I would suspect it's the brother, but I don't. That's just
And you know what? Like, you would think, hey, we found your gun in a robbery and it's tied to this murder, it's yours. It's like, yeah, well, don't you think you'd want to question the person with the gun, not the person who it was stolen from? You know what I mean?
Yeah, run some prints, you know.
Yeah.
Hayden?
Hayden, it's obvious.
Who's the obvious
Who's the
person?
obvious person? Okay.
Okay. Suspense.
Well, while he's
Suspense.
thinking about it, this
Suspense.
obvious answer, I Kate thinks it might be Callie. She's on that theory. I think maybe the pastor, the youth pastor.
That's a good one.
But I don't know how he would get the gun unless, there's more to the story we don't know. Because just like the first 4 episodes, we saw the murder and then we see the build up to the murder happening. Now we know that there was this crazy night that happened, but we didn't see what happened. So is the next going to be while she's under arrest and trying to remember that we start to see what happened that night? That's my prediction. My prediction is the next 4 episodes is we're unveiling what happened that night, and we'll find out who got the gun. But it's not obvious to me. Hayden, it's obvious to you though.
I did say it felt very obvious, but it probably wouldn't be that. But I'm also going to say, if the pastor had a moment of clarity, why would he then go and shoot her? If you catch my drift. So I don't feel like he would.
I don't catch it.
You don't catch what? Why his moment of clarity?
Yeah.
So why would you jerk off to a photo of the girl you're infatuated in and then decide to go and kill said girl?
Okay, thank you. That's my point. I don't think he decided to go kill her. The guy just finished jerking off to a picture of her. Maybe he goes to her and he tries to, and then that builds up and ends up in him shooting
her running away going,
You'll never. Yeah, it's the finishing move though. That was cold, right? We didn't talk about that. That's the other thing we didn't talk about. The person that did it walked up while she was down, face down in the ground, and put a bullet in the back of her head. Like they were messing with her. So maybe it's not the pastor. That's because that's not, you don't do that in a crime of passion, really.
No.
So that kind of rules out that.
There could also be 2 people not directly involved, but involved, because they do mention that the body was moved to where the boars got at her. So okay, so there are a couple of people here, and then I'll give the obvious one. So there is the cop that gets shot in the head, who miraculously survives, makes a very key point on the breath she could smell, whatever she said it was like cinnamon gum or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. So I'm like, we have to remember that because someone else will smell like that. But I'm like, we don't know. There's been a girl missing for at least 6 months that she's trying to find. She thought that she found him. This person shot the policewoman and then is still on the run or still hiding this other girl. Or potentially is now a serial killer and has killed 2 young women. So it could be them. Where they get the gun from is where I think it narrows it down, because there's only those 5 women in the house when they come back with the gun. She does have it in her house at one point, and then it goes in her handbag. So it's she either loses it at that, that never have I ever party, and one of the 4 other women picks it up, or her husband takes it, because he actually does find it before he goes, we're not a gun family, what is this?
Yeah, her hiding spot isn't that great either. But
yeah, just in the drawer under
the top drawer of
underneath some underwear or whatever. Don't go through my stuff, husband. No, okay. Why I say it appeared to be very obvious. We get a close up of black cowgirl boots approaching the body before the kill shot is applied, from what we've shown. The only person that we see those kind of black boots on is the Reverend's wife. And then she also has had it in for her the whole freaking 4 episodes. You shouldn't be dating my son. He's going to Baylor. Like, don't be a harpy and steal my son away from me. They have the big fight on the phone. She's like, you're at the lake party or whatever. And she drives there. So That's the most clear and obvious motivation to do it of all of the people we've seen. In my,
I would agree. I would agree with that, and that's why I think it can't be, because it just seems too obvious.
That's
Unless
what
they're
I mean.
not
I'm
worried
like,
about that. Yeah.
yeah, they're like, this is not the main. I don't feel like the murder is the main story here. I feel like they're trying to make it like that because that's how they framed it at the beginning, but I don't feel like that's the main story. I feel like it's Margot's backstory is the main story. That's where I'm leaning at the moment.
I think you could. Yeah, she's. Yeah. I think
Not
you could be
to,
right.
but that, again, it might be just the way it's written, or maybe that's just the way I'm viewing it. Maybe it's because she's got a shirt off the most and I'm hyper fixated on that character the most. Like, there could be many.
Those dead eyes. Kate was like, that's creepy. She's like, I don't know. She really likes it. That scene, she's like, too many awkward stares.
Yeah. So I don't feel like the murder is the main. They're trying to make it the main thing. I think it's the Reverend's wife. That's where I'm like. That's where I was like, it's totally obvious. But I hope that they are smart. Like, obviously, they should treat the audience like we're intelligent, even though we may not be. But don't make it that obvious. But if it is, I will probably still enjoy the show. But I'm like, I don't want it to be that.
If it is, then it also kind of goes in line with your other theory that it's not the main story. Because if they're going to make it obvious, then yeah, they got to give us something more. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's got to be like, is this the first time she's done it? Are they involved in the other things? Like, what's, because yeah, it is clearly the most obvious.
I just had an on-the-spot revelation
Oh wow!
Hello.
that maybe it is a Reverend and wife. Because
A
duo.
tag team.
Yeah, Reverend was the first shoot because, okay, if you look at what he's an angry man. I don't know why he's so angry. As a man of God, you should never be that angry at people. And he was always at like fighting with his wife, and he was pissy at the pastor kid, and he's angry at his son. And what's the common connection between all aspects of his life? There's one girl. Like, the pastor is infatuated with her. His son is dating her, and it's causing all kinds of grief with his life, and he's an angry man. Maybe but again, how would he have gotten the gun? That's the main question, is how did they get the gun?
Yeah, who got the gun? That's the real question.
But if it was the two of them, one shot, she moved it out of the obvious way to the boar den or whatever, and then they took the gun to a neighboring town and they gave it to someone, or whatever. Or it was the Mexican dad and his daughter.
What if it was? What if it was Sophie?
Well,
I thought about
What
that
if?
too.
What if?
'Cause
What if
when
it
you-
actually is her?
When
I
you
mean, what-
black out and just don't remember.
just randomly
not
shoot
even
someone.
because maybe, like you say, like Hayden, we discussed, like, she doesn't drink, she doesn't drive, and then 5 minutes later she's drinking and driving. Maybe there's more to her past that we haven't learned yet.
Are you
To deal
kidding me?
with,
Of
like,
course, because
she killed somebody,
yeah. And
Maybe-
she's just doing lines like a pro too. Just the way she just like gets right
Yeah.
there and just like,
Yeah.
oh, I know what to do with this.
I
But
don't know
she-
what motivation she would have to kill Abby, though. That's the only thing.
She's never met her, apart
Yeah.
from the fact that they're in the same church.
Yeah.
And they've only
Yeah, I
been
mean,
to church
there's
things,
once.
things could have happened like when, if Abby goes to that, like house to find Brad, and sees whatever, obviously things could have happened that we don't know yet. Things could have escalated or whatever, and then in a blind, drunken, high rage, Sophie
She
could
kills
have
him, and then they
done
all
something.
drag her to where the boars are.
Because yeah, she does have
double taps her. It's the double tap.
The
That's
double
so
tap, yeah.
ruthless. That's like, I'm making sure. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I
there's-
think it was Callie.
It's got to
'cause
be
she-
the. Well, because Callie's already done that once,
But she had no.
but I think
what
she'd be
color
smart enough
boots
to not
does,
just
What
So
color
I think
boots does Sophie have again? Because she bought boots, right?
They're like
Yeah.
a light pair, like tan or
Oh.
whatever, or gray.
I'd have to say like the strongest motivation and like strongest and also ability to get the gun is definitely Jill and the Reverend. 100%. It's the strongest case.
Can we also just discuss briefly about what we think will happen and the significance of Eye Patch Man and how he's gonna play back into the last 4 episodes?
What do we
Maybe he
think?
visits
he's
her
got-
when she's in there and reveals something.
He's like a PI, right?
I think
like,
so. Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to get dirt on
On Margot
Right.
though.
the governor. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's either going after Margot's background or the future governor dudes. Like he's just like a quote unquote democratic PI or whatever, you know, hired by the opposition. But we have he's going for the governor of Texas, right? There's only one governor per
Yeah.
state.
Yeah.
Yeah. He seemed like that one scene where she's in the car. He seemed like a nice dude, which so it's very well acted. Like when you first meet him in the honky tonk, he seems like a weirdo creep.
Because and the fact that he has one eye, he just looks terrifying.
Yeah.
Everybody just judged him so hard, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, for sure.
And then he was
We
like
do judge
stalking
books
her,
by
Guilty.
covers here. Yeah.
Guilty. My
stalking her
bad.
down the street. And then when he talked to her one on one, it was completely different kind of charisma came out of him in that scene. And he wasn't angry when he made the mistake to let her go. You know, he was just like, God damn it. She outsmarted me and drove off. But he will.
I don't know
think
how
he will
he'll
have a
come back
point.
in. He might reveal. I think, yeah, maybe he'll reveal something though. I don't know how big of a role he'll play, but we'll find out pretty quick because she is taken to jail. She's arrested. You'll have the detective who survived the gunshot to the head and her partner, trying to solve it. But you're also going to have the wives, the hunting wives, and we'll know right away who's on Team Sophie. They'll be trying to get her out, and they'll have money and power and influence behind them. So if Callie's involved, you probably won't see the sheriff try and help. But if all of a sudden the sheriff's not really being helpful, then that's a big clue right there. Or if the Reverend is, or Jill, or if anybody in that group is not trying to help come to bat for Sophie, that's sus. So I feel like we'll find out in episode 5. We'll start to get some real clues.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just,
But yeah.
before we fully wrap up, I just want to say, I feel like Jamie's character is a total piece of shit. And I do not like the way that he's been directed in this show. They just kind of shoehorn him in as like this other basketball player that's like knows that the adults mess around and he feels like he's entitled to be one of those kids. I fucking hated him. Like the way that they did it, I was like, this is way too full. And Sophie just lets it happen. I'm like, no. I don't care what. No, I don't care what your
No
background
way.
is, because we obviously know that she makes that one line where she's like, oh, I've done that once before, like in her college days or whatever. And she just slipped right back into it with Margot when she was all stressed about her gun being stolen. So I was like, why would you allow a 17-year-old kid to just jam his hand up your legs without slapping him in the face or anything? And then be like, okay, let's just get high and drunk together.
He was gentlemanly about it. Come on.
No, like, because every time we met her, he was like,
This
I did not like the way that they had approached that character. I was like, nah, fuck this guy.
the uncomfortable stares got to you too. Yeah, I want to say, and we'll wrap it up, is that's the other big thing that we actually haven't even talked about yet, is that while all this is happening and we find out She's lost her gun. It's been used in a murder. She gets taken away from the police by at the party. The four characters, Sophie, Margot, and the two teenagers, were having an evening that is not to be talked about with anybody outside of those four people. And they're all about to get pulled in and talked to by the police and interrogated. So trying to get their stories and trying to defend and answer where you were, how did your gun go missing? You don't know because you had your gun. Well, you know, but you can't say. You can't tell the truth. Well, you can, but the truth is going to reveal a lot more than what everybody in that four wants to get out to the public. So that's a whole nother layer to this. And I think that's why I like it so much. Is that it's a don't know. There's good theories. There's multiple possibilities. But on top of that, there's another layer. Before I do the complete wrap up, first four, how many thumbs are you guys going to give this season so far?
Oh,
We'll do a total out of 12. So we'll do out of 6 today, out of 6 at once we wrap it up.
I can't give it full marks right now. I will. I'm a thumb and a half right now.
I know I always say that I start at a full marks and then go backwards, but we're halfway through. I'm going to give it a 1.5 as well. I am also going to quickly say that we haven't seen Jamie at all since that night. He's the only character they haven't done anything with yet.
It's true. I can't believe you gave Off Campus 2 full thumbs after the first half, or I guess it was one episode. But anyways,
we did one episode, and then the rest.
I'm giving it 2 so far. I'm in. I'm committed. It's just got the right amount of everything for me, and so I'm gonna give it 2. So we're sitting at
5 out of
5
6.
thumbs out of 6 right now. If you've watched the first 4, or you can always let us know, please, what you think of it. chummythumbs@gmail.com. We love hearing from you people. If you haven't started it, recommend it. Binge it. You got to binge all 8, because when we come back next week, we're going to do the final 4 episodes. We're going to get into it. But until then, our fine folks, keep on thumbing. Hayden, you have 60 seconds to tell me how this is the same formula at all to friggin' Off Campus.
Not in terms of murder, but in terms of, okay, you got a book. You've got a bunch of characters that... Okay, no,
Stop
this is what... Not
books.
formula.
Stop
Not
bringing up
formula.
books.
Do you want
Based
60
on the
seconds or
book.
do you want
So is it
more?
the same formula as Harry Potter? God damn it.
Okay, let him go. 60 seconds.
Formula might have
yeah.
been the wrong word. Structure. I actually... okay, I'm going to say this real quick.
Synonym for formula?
For formula. I'm going to bring this up next week. Off Campus did a better job of...
Oh, cut it. Cut it. Shut up.
fully fleshing out their characters throughout the first 4 episodes, so we knew what was going on. This one, like I said, in the actual recording of the episode, they rushed through it.
This one's a mystery. This is a mystery.
It's not a mystery about the people, though. It's a mystery about the murder.
And who did it. And if we know who the people are... Sorry. Oh, my God. You're going to have to send a new link. I can't believe I can't believe I let it slide till the post show. We're getting into this next week. No, you know what? Come prepared next week.
Okay, think of Off Campus, The Rapist. Hunting Wives, The Murder.